Start recording. Okay, there we go. All right, so hello and welcome to my rhythm game breakdown. RGB for short. I really like that. I am your host, Emory, and I'm just gonna say right now that I really love rhythm games and everything that they have to offer. So this is just good. This is literally just a passion project of mine to share with you guys. So let's go. What the heck? So, of course, I have no idea how that happened. We're gonna start off with a little good morning GPC. Make sure you put all your good mornings in the chat. I can't because freaking. I'm not sure if I should be scared of Leo's or just really impressed that he knows how to dance. How are you guys doing, by the way? Like, I know I'd asked this before, but yeah. I also miss good Wi-Fi. I'm surprised I'm even able to stream right now. Actually, just to double check something. What's the screen quality I put up? Okay, good. Super tight, yeah. Yeah. Oh, psych paper? At least psych isn't that hard. Yeah, I agree. Psych is. I took one psych course, but it wasn't all that fun. It was more just like, hey, how do these people. How do you think? How do think? That was the entire everything. That was just everything. Yeah, it's a fun stuff. Little time. Alright, let's just go into some stuff. So, this is going to be sort of the layout for today's session. We're going to talk about what is a rhythm game specifically, the sort of formula that makes any rhythm game awesome, some common development issues, and some VR stuff as well, and just some show and tell at the end just to see what you guys have. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, first things first, what is a rhythm game? And for whatever reason, this really hates me. So, let's just try something real quick. There we go. So by definition, a rhythm game is basically just any type of game where the mechanics where that has mechanics that prioritize actions related to music or beats. So if you're wondering, is hopscotch a rhythm game? It can be. Yes, AJ, aka rhythm. So let's keep on going. So what actually makes up that formula for why does that keep on happening? That formula for rhythm games. So first thing, theme. And the theme is basically one of the more important parts of creating a rhythm game, because for one, it's the overarching style of gameplay. It incorporates the overarching style of gameplay that basically molds everything you do within the game. So say you have your theme is sort of space themed or something like that, you're going to have music and visuals that sort of complement that and tie into it, and it will also feed in to your gameplay mechanics. So I really hate this thing right now, but yeah, so your theme will also guide your gameplay mechanics as well. So you had, again, I'm going to keep on going with the space theme. So say you had a space theme, you're going to have, of course, visuals that emphasize like emptiness and stars or something like that, but your music's also going to start to get molded as well. So like, say you'll probably have something more like techno or something that has like harder beats to it and stuff like that. And I really hate this right now. I really hate how like this works, but like it also ties into the visual aspects of music as well. So like visual effects and stuff like that are also really heavily tied in, which brings me to my next point. So visual effects and UI. So visual effects in rhythm games are really important. Without them, their rhythm games actually would be boring as all hell. So like this is what really breathes life into the game. Anytime you see any sort of rhythm game, if it's not juiced to high hell, then it's not going to be as fun as you would think. So that's why if you play any rhythm game, you'll see particles flying everywhere. You'll see like visuals in the background, like falling, breaking, doing stuff you didn't really expect from like a like a normal rhythm game. And yes, Matt, juice. Rhythm games are pure juice. And also, the visual effects in rhythm games also have that effect of being rewarding. So, say I was playing like Rock Band or Guitar Hero, and I hit a note, and it sort of just disappeared. You're gonna be like, huh, that sucks. Well, why am I even playing this? But then you play Guitar Hero, and just like every note you hit turns on fire. You have like some guy in the background levitating. Some guy falls off the stage. It's amazing. And I really love playing it for like that specific reason. And like, yeah, just every single effect gives that like sort of, it combines everything that you see with everything you hear with something visual to be, what word am I looking for? To be more cohesive and give a just give a complete like visual I'm just gonna say visual juice to everything. And also it gives more of a for players to have a secondary reference for like cues for what they're doing. So it has a more practical use than just being awesome to look at and burn your eyes to. So you'll usually have audio cues in any rhythm game, but the visual cues also help you keep in time. Say if for whatever reason your audio is sort of spotty or the audio doesn't quite match up with what you're seeing. So the visual cues also help keep everything in time and just give you something to look at that that audio may not be able to properly convey. And the last, but probably the most important point, kick-ass music. So why did that even happen? So music, just gonna say, the most engaging part of any like rhythm game. So say without music, it's just pretty pictures that look amazing, but the audio gives it that extra oomph that makes everything just smack. And also, again, links back to the theme of the game. So as I mentioned before, the audio will change based on the theme. And some rhythm games don't actually have like a set theme. For example, try to think of something. Like talk about a VR game. So if anybody's heard of Pistol Whip, it's basically a rhythm shooter where you shoot enemies based on a beat. That game is set in sort of a movie-esque like timeline. So every song you play is in relation to some sort of like cinematic movie. And in that respect, it can have any sort of genre it wants as long as the visuals and the music match up in some way, which makes that game really fun to play and very, very tiring. It takes like after 1 hour of playing on hard, I literally have to take a rest. And yes, if music, a rhythm game without music just does not make any sense. But why not? There could be something out there. And also, again, just the music in all rhythm games just transforms the like overall experience from 0 to 10. And I have a quick example of that with a little game called Rhythm Doctor. So just give me 1 second. Just gotta switch over screens. Just gonna move this over. Ooh. And just, yeah. Rhythm Doctor is literally amazing. Change windows. So you can actually hear things. This would be really boring if you couldn't. And alright, cool. So you should be seeing this. I'm guessing you guys heard that, right?
Yep.
Thank you, Matt. Alright, so let's just go into this one. Actually, I want to restart just to make sure, because I've had this open for a little while. Alright, so I'm going to play this game without any music. And it's going to look amazing. I'll tell you that.
Ready, get, set, go!
Ready, get, set, go.
Get, set, go! Get, set, go!
Get, set, go. Get, set, go.
Get, set,
I guess I just killed someone, but fine.
get, set, go!
And that's just like the game without any audio, right? So let's just see what happens when I change back my... I keep on forgetting I can click. Change back my settings to have all of my kick-ass music back. Now, start. And already, you probably noticed this game is starting to bump.
Ready, get, set, go.
Ready, get, set, go.
Get, set, go. Get, set, go.
Get, set,
The amount of juice in this game.
get, set, go.
Get, set, go. Get, set, go.
I just love this game for
Get,
everything it
set,
has.
go.
Set, go.
Get, set, go.
Get, set, go.
I'm just gonna pause it here because I don't want to play the entire song. Maybe just the guys will look at me doing that, but yeah, the boss levels in this game are also insane. And I really like the samurai dude. Oh my gosh, the final level for the samurai dude. Or not samurai. Yeah. Oh. I sort of nut every time I hear that, but like, it's amazing. I love that game. Everything here. Okay, let me like get back to the other screen. All right. So once again, yes, juice makes the difference. And I know Matt's like cheering for me in the background, but yeah, let's continue. So, like any game, rhythm games have common issues that are associated to how they're built. So I'm just gonna go through a couple big ones that I find in almost any rhythm game. And now someone's calling me for some odd reason. Just another spam call. Okay, we're good. So, some common issues I find in some rhythm games. So, first things first, audio syncing, which is a fairly common issue in most rhythm games because a lot of times whatever you're using for audio doesn't always sync up precisely with what is you're supposed to be seeing, especially if you're using, say, headphones or like any sort of audio device that isn't like attached to your device. So like I was playing with headphones and I was playing with headphones with Rhythm Doctor, and it's really hard to get that beat. So a lot of these games will, and I'm going to show you an example of how a few different rhythm games actually use like their note data. So a lot of these games will take the timestamp of um, whenever the note is supposed to get to a certain point, and then just sync it up with the visuals. So the visuals follow the song rather than the other way around, and that usually fixes most audio sync issues, and that also allows you to change any visuals, change like the spacing and timing of visuals beforehand instead of having to actually completely like change your song or something like that. So I'm just going to open up a couple of files. Just move that up. There we go. So I have 3 different file types open. One of them is a MIDI file, but I'm going to show that last. But the first one I'm going to show you is how Beat Saber stores their rhythm game data. So this is a custom song that I downloaded. I don't remember what the heck the song was. It should be here. One Up. Oh, it's that game that added Mario into. Anyways, so this game has a lot of text, as you can see, and this is written in a JSON format. There's a lot of compatibility for JSON formats in just about any platform. So it is widely used for storing data for information. And if I can find Control F Y note. Yeah, so it's how they store their note data. So this is for the Expert Plus. So they have the time in which I'm pretty sure the note is played. I'm not sure what scale they're using for this time, because it really doesn't make any sense. Like 5? The heck is that? Anyways, they have that, their line index, so wherever which line, I'm pretty sure it means like which track it's on. So usually Beat Saber tracks have are split into 4 or 6 or 8. It all depends on the song, but yeah, there's that. Line layer, I'm not sure what that is. Type, not sure what that is either, but it's there. And cut direction, which is just, you slice in the specific direction to Beat Saber, so you gotta know which direction is. Could only be one of 8 of them, so that makes sense. And then there's a whole bunch of other custom data and stuff like that. But this is how a lot of text-based things do it. Yeah. So that's basically it for Beat Saber. This one is for Clone Hero. This is how they organize their stuff. So this is another song that I just downloaded from there, from somewhere. I don't even know where I downloaded this, but see, it has the regular song information, some sync track stuff. I'm pretty sure this information is how fast or slow the song is playing at any given time. So TS here, that just stands for time signature. This is, and 4 just means it's 4/4 time, which is just 4 beats for every note, or 4 beats for every bar, should I say. And B, I'm guessing that's beats per minute. I'm not quite sure, but it would make sense. And again, another rhythm change, so it's changed to a faster beat, and then it just keeps on changing time signatures. Oh yeah, and these numbers at the side, these numbers are just the time in which any of these notes are just any of these changes are made in milliseconds, which is a lot easier to read than whatever the heck Beat Saber was doing. So at this point, in 768 milliseconds, which is, and I might also note that milliseconds is the most accurate way of changing your getting a precise beat in a song. So just a thing to consider if you want to create your own rhythm games. Yeah, and it keeps on changing time, signatures, rhythm. JJ is just dying. Sorry to hear that, JJ. And probably Leo too. Oh wait, Leo's probably not the same place. And then here's how they store the note data. Again, they just have, again, the notes in specific times, and then it says the index in which the note is, and then the type of note it is, represented by a number. I actually don't know exactly what note types these are, because in like Guitar Hero there are like 5 different types of notes. There are normal, regular notes that you strum and hit. There are also notes that you can hold down after you strum, and that continues the note. There are also notes that are based off of a streak, where you hit one note and you can hit the other ones without strumming. And there's also another type of note that is specific to mostly just Clone Hero, which is or ghost notes, which don't require you to strum at all. You just have to hit them, and if you miss your streak, then you don't have to restart it. But these I just don't know exactly what they are. And you may be wondering, like, what that's and if you might be wondering if there's any other type of like ways of like storing your data for your song. And right now these two are just text-based ones. I have one more game that had a binary solution, which is just straight up data. So I will find the stupid thing. There it is. Come on. Okay, so this is a MIDI file, and this is for a game called Phase Shift. It's a lot like a Clone Hero, but it has every single instrument other than vocals. Though it does actually have the vocals track, so you could technically add in vocals for this thing, but that's neither here nor there. So this one, they store their data a bit differently, and it makes things, though hard to read, a bit easier to store your data in a more visual format. So what you're seeing right now are 5 different difficulties for the guitar section. So this one up here is expert, this one's hard, this one's medium, this one's easy. And there's more data around here, but I wouldn't know exactly which ones are which, so I'm just not going to mention them. You can see short notes, long notes, and it continues on for the entire thing. And the advantage of having something like this is, for one, the visual aspect, but for two, which I'm going to mention a little later, actually right after this, the file size for a MIDI file, for this MIDI file, for all of these different like things that it has incorporated in it, like it has a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't even know it had half of the stuff in there. But like the beat, what the heck is this? Anyways, the size of this file specifically is, if I can find it, Properties. It's 94 kilobytes, and I'm looking at a song that has well over 1,000 notes. I know that for a fact because I've played it. And it's insane. While if I go back to let's go back to Beat Saber's data, their file size for just one difficulty is 7 megabytes. It's sort of insane. Which leads to a few other issues that I am now going to go into. Yeah, it's just the strings. And I'm pretty sure I have the other file in here somewhere. There it is. Same thing for this. Actually, this one's a lot more manageable. Yeah, this one. This Clone Hero did a lot better job with their notes. But yeah, that's basically it for that. Let's close all these. Jeez. No, don't save. Yeah, also. Yeah, that's why I like using MIDI files for storing notes. Though it's hell to actually. The pros and cons of that would literally just be if you did it in a text-based format, it's easier to read after you store it in. If you do it in a binary-based format, like a MIDI file, you can't just look at it and be like, what did I do wrong? You have to like open up an editor and make sure that okay, this is working the way it's intended, and then go back and be like, okay, gotta check it in the actual engine and see what happens. Yeah, that's one thing. So that's just one common issue. And then file sizes and data usage. That's something I've been talking about for a little while now. But a lot of rhythm games also have that little issue where, yes, most rhythm games aren't actually that big, but the moment you add like more than 10 to 30 songs, you have your thing increases by gigabytes, and it's slightly insane. And there are ways to combat that. One of them is to make sure that you're using, for your audio files, a more compressed format. Don't use just raw wave files. The best audio files to use for rhythm games are OGG files. They are slightly compressed, but you don't lose any quality like you would if you were to convert a wave file to an MP3 or any other more compressed file format. So keep that in mind if you want to make your own rhythm games. Think of what limitations other people may have. It's also good to note that all of when you're running rhythm games, all of this is going to be run through. Most of this data will be stored in your in RAM, especially like for background audio, sound effects, stuff like that, and it takes up a lot of resources, which can also lead to some visual errors in your game as well. So keep that in mind, and yeah, just have fun with it. And just throwing a question out there, have you guys experienced any other like issues with rhythm games that I haven't just mentioned right now? type in chat or like just unmute yourself. Doesn't matter. Where's my water? Oh yeah, I forgot to fill up my water bottle. Oh, well. Do, 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 do. I'm sorry if I haven't been like looking at chat all that much. I get really engrossed in what I'm saying. D4DJ. I've never actually played D4DJ. I think about it. Bad Wi-Fi. Yeah, lag on different devices. That's yeah. Especially if you have like a controller that's again Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. I really hate playing with that. Literally takes some time. You're just listening to the device. Yeah, and that's why a lot of rhythm games again have like options to change like the difference in what you're seeing and what you're hearing. Just change the difference between those, and usually that will fix the issue so that you can play on your jank ass headphones or just do whatever you want and still be able to play. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes I hate when songs will be like, oh, it's all nice and smooth, and then it just beefs up the BPM. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I missed every note in the past 5 seconds. I'm dead. The game still wants to go, but I'm still going. Oh yeah, another thing to sort of add to delay, some people also hear and see things differently. So what they see, so people may see visuals come up faster than others. So that is also a reason why a lot of rhythm games will again have things to change that. JJ, I beg to differ. Geometry Dash is technically a rhythm game. Let's go back to the definition of rhythm game, shall we? I definitely didn't make up just before this. If I can freaking... Any game, a game of any type that has mechanics that prioritize action in relation to music or a beat. Technically, since Muse Dash has music and most of the actions are related to the music, it's a rhythm game. Fight me. IRL. Let's go. Or fight me in Beat Saber. I'm also down with that. Ugh. This was a mistake. Everything's glitching the hell out. Oh. There we go. Yes, Joey. I am on my way. I have somehow created portable Wi-Fi. That's nice. Blah blah blah. Issues. Yeah. Now. All right. I'm gonna head back into the hell. I'm gonna talk a little bit about VR rhythm games as well. So, unlike normal rhythm games, well, VR rhythm games are just regular rhythm games, but they have that extra immersive part to them that honestly makes them a lot better than make them a lot more immersive than like normal 2D rhythm games. So I'm use this a lot, but Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, and one more called Audica. Those are the three rhythm games I have for VR, and they all do something different but unique, and I love all of them. So Beat Saber, yeah, it's basically just you're just moving your arms and dodging a lot, but I do like that like all rhythm games have like that sense of add that sense of motion to the music, so that's like in a rather normal rhythm game you're like pressing buttons and doing something, maybe you're like bobbing with your head or like tapping with your foot, but with like VR rhythm games you have to actually like move into it, which sometimes causes you to dance uncontrollably like I do all the time. That said, like not all VR rhythm games do that, but the ones I've played have. Though I will say Pistol Whip in particular doesn't do that quite the same thing, since you technically don't even have to shoot a single thing in that game. You could technically still do so. That game's Pistol Whip's sort of weird in the fact that it is a rhythm game, but you choose how you play it, which I thought, which really made me think when I started playing it, because like usually you have like a set note that you have to hit in a set time. Pistol Whip is like, okay, I didn't shoot that enemy from like 5 seconds ago. I can just wait and just shoot everything else. It's sort of fun. Definitely recommend Pistol Whip and Audica if you have VR and want to try some new rhythm games. Looking at what JJ said, it's like a wall of text now. Yeah. They're syncing genres. Okay. Oh, Curse for the Neck. Bulls for me. Oh, I love that game. I suck at it. But I really love that game. 3D action platform. I may check that out later. But I'm pretty sure that is it from me for my presentation. So just the show and tell part, and I know you guys are already doing it, so like what rhythm games or stuff have you guys been doing? Anything you've played, anything you've made? Just show and tell. This is your time. fair, fair. Honestly, neither have I. The last time I played was literally just like 5 minutes ago. With freaking Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor, yeah. That's still open, by the way, yes. Let's just pretend that wasn't there. Perfect. Unbeatable. Okay, alright. What is Project Diva? Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. Ah, I do remember hearing about it and just completely blotching it from my memory. And just before I forget, Friday Night Funkin', another great rhythm game. Though the mods are better than the actual game itself, I will say that. Like, some of the mods that I've seen for that game are insane. Oh wait, Fredin? BMS? Okay, I'll look into that actually. There is a one special rhythm game that I've seen, and it had this really weird control setup. What was it called? It's like Sound Vortex? I think that's what the name of it was. And that game looks freaking insane to play. I don't want to play it, but it looks cool. And maybe I can just find, like, I'm literally just gonna open up another for just to find it. YouTube. YouTube.com. Screw it, I'll just use Game Programming Club's thing. There it is. Tutorial. Where's the one that I saw the first time? Okay, this technically isn't it, but... Oh, this is... I think this is the one. Is it possible to speedrun through Rhythm Game? Hold on, I'll play this even though it doesn't actually have audio. Ow. My ears. I just like looking at this. What? There we go. This thing loud as hell. Alright, see ya, Hunter. Wait, I thought Soda. I thought Hunter was like, whoops. Oh, people with bus schedules. Alright. Well, that was basically everything for this session. So, thank you all for listening to my long-ass rant about rhythm games. Hope I shed some light for you. And, yeah. Peace out for anyone who's watching this recording. See ya.